Josh, we just called with you because you're the last one. Well, actually, no, you're the penultimate one because I've got to catch up with Travis Walters, who's just been added onto the card. But I've just called with a kid called Lenny Davis, who's just down the road. Lenny Davison.
Yep.
It's a great name, that. Sounds like a gangster, doesn't it?
It does.
Davison. But you've been added for fight number 5 on the Lightweight show in Wakefield, where you get to fight, I think, Lee Hallett.
Lee Hallett, yeah, southpaw, yeah.
Is that going to be your first southpaw as a pro?
First southpaw as a pro, yeah, and first 6 rounder, so yeah.
Oh, right. So there's a few firsts there then. So I presume that means officially you're topping the bill because I think everyone else is on 6. On 4s.
4s, yeah. I believe so, but I don't know. I don't mind getting on early, mate, and getting it done. I like that, mate. He's waiting about all night to fight. I like to get in and get out of there.
Well, I presume they'll have one of the local kids on, maybe one of the chief, because there's 5 kids actually, all making their debuts on there. So right. I presume, I think Guy Kitchener will be probably the last one on there. He seems a popular kid.
You'd have thought whoever sells most tickets, wouldn't you, but main event?
Yeah. But it's just a learning show, isn't it? A show where, like I say, we've got 5 debutants on there, and everyone, I think you're probably the most experienced fighter there, having your 5th fight.
Probably am, yeah. Yeah, probably will be, yeah. And it's going to be my first 6, so looking forward to it, fit, ready.
Yeah. How's preparations gone, mate?
Good, yeah. Been training now. Been in gym now, I've been in gym a while. I've been in gym since the start of the year, and then last 8 weeks proper got down to it, and got on it at sparring. Everything's gone fine.
Well, last time out was at Doncaster Races, where it was Jake Osgood, wasn't it?
Yeah, boxed him at the race top bill there against
against John Ellison.
The title fight.
It was Zaheen Hussain against Razik.
Reese was supposed to fight Gaz, wasn't he? But it got called off. Yeah, and he fought that durable kid is decent. Jordan Ellison, he boxed him, didn't he?
Good kid.
He is, yeah.
In fact, he went and caused a big upset only a few fights later where he beat Dylan Chima.
I watched that fight, yeah, he beat him, yeah.
I like him, he's a good kid. In fact, I've just spoken to a place where because he trains just down the road here, doesn't he? Or with Mike Marsden.
I think that's where you've just been, isn't it? Before, yeah.
And I was talking to Mike, and he's caused quite a few upsets on our shows. Yeah. I remember him beating a kid and getting a draw with him later on, Colin Day, and then he caused a massive upset when he beat Masha Dodd, who was the former Commonwealth lightweight champion.
Yeah, the record with him don't mean anything, because that record don't mean out with him, because he's a lot better than what that says.
I think he's won the Central Area title himself, hasn't he?
Yeah,
the Northern Area.
Yeah, he has. He's won one of them, like a 10-round thing, hasn't he?
Yeah. And I think again on another one of our shows, I think he gave Louis Sylvester a really good fight.
I think he give any up and coming kid a decent fight, won't he? He's tough, he's durable, and he knows how to box, doesn't he? He's a good kid.
Well, he's what you call that next level journeyman now, because we have the guys that are officially journeyman and you want them for your debuts or inside your first 4 fights. But Jordan Ellison is not the kid that you want for your debut, because
definitely not.
He'll turn you over.
Definitely not, no, because you're not gonna you won't want to feed him. He's the sort of person that you're gonna box if you're gonna go on and box for an English or a
And if he was to box and say your opponent pulled out at the last minute, as did with Reese, you're boxing at that higher level, he's a perfect guy to step in, because he's going to give you that test that you need.
Yeah, definitely.
And you've got a good test, even though his record says he's terrible, he's not.
No, he's
because
not.
He beat a kid. He beat Harley Ben. I think he's the only win on his record.
Right.
I think Harley Ben was 6-0 at the time, and he went and turned him over. And when you look at journeyman, you look at the record, you look at how many times he's been beat. I think he's been beat 59 times. I'm not sure, I've not got a box record in front of me, but I think he's been beat 59 times. He's only been stopped twice.
Yeah.
And once was on his debut, the first time he fought, and then the second time was on one of the VIP shows against Kane Gardner, who I don't know if you've seen, was it not last weekend but the weekend before, had a brilliant win on Channel 5.
Yeah, I think I didn't actually watch it, but he had a good performance,
A really good performance. Bit dodgy early on, thought, oh, it's all going wrong for him. But he sorted his, once he got his feet moving and his jab working, it was a wonderful display.
Yeah.
What were we expecting from you, mate?
Fight night, another win. That's what I expected, but no, good performance. 6 rounder, so it's not a 4. And yeah, like you said, that kid's record don't mean out of him because I've seen him fight. I watched him fight on a VIP show in Donnet the other day. He boxed a kid.
Yeah, he boxed Hash
Redmond. Yeah, I watched that kid, and it's stylistic.
I think that was Hash's first 6 round as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, stylistically, he's a decent boxer, isn't he?
Yes.
He's not all over the place. His tie is. He's durable, isn't he? I'm not going to go in there going, oh yeah, I'm going to knock him out.
We've said it before in previous interviews. The problem with you at present, your career, is we've matched you heavy. We've matched you heavy, and I don't think you fought once at your true weight. You've been at least, well, almost £10 heavier than you want to be. It's just the way it has happened. But I don't think it's going to do you any harm if you come through this, and it is a test. If you come through this test and you pass it with flying colours, then when you do get a chance to fight at your correct weight, which is super featherweight, do you not think it's going to feel easy to you? Or hopefully it will.
It will. Like, who's in front of you, won't it? Like, a super featherweight to 10 stones. Big margin of weight, isn't it?
It's 2 big categories.
I've been boxing at 10 stone as well and fighting kids that have been like £10 heavier than me, over 10 stone. So yeah, it will be. But I'm sparring at gym, kids now not in camp and what have you, who are in our gym, and they're like 11 stone-ish, and all kids in my gym are all very good kids, aren't they? So my main sparring partner, because it's Southpaw, is Maxi. I've been sparring Maxi a lot, so, and yeah, I've been doing well.
Nice, easy night's work for you then, eh, mate?
I don't know about that. I don't know about
that. No. Obviously, Maxi he's a beautiful boxer. He's so hard to land on. I presume if you can land on Maxi every now and then Lee's not going to be too hard for you, hopefully.
That's what I thought. Yeah, but you never just take it out as you get in that ring on the night and you box, don't you? That's how it is.
Yeah, you can't. Listen, if you underestimate someone, if you look at his record and you underestimate him, then you're a fool.
Yeah.
I think we've just seen it. There's another kid on the circuit just starting. He's only young. A kid called Daryl Takfuma. He fought on that show.
Levi, didn't he, on that show?
Levi Smith. And that was a hard fight. Even though he won and he won well, he had to fight for every second of that round.
He made it work, didn't he? Later rounds as well, them rounds that he hadn't done, that 5th and 6th round, he come on and said, come on then, we'll see what you've got now for 6 rounds.
Watch, wasn't it? I think it was fight of the night for me, that
and
one.
That's how you learn, isn't it? They're the learning fights, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
See, if someone had come in 5th and 6th round and got on back foot and moving round ring and what have you, you want to learn out from that. That kid came forward and
I suppose that's the benefit that you're going to get with this, because Lee Hallett is naturally bigger than you. He's not going to be running in, he's not going to be hiding from you.
No.
So hopefully it'll make for a very entertaining fight.
Yeah, well, that's how I feel. I think someone that comes in as a fight and doesn't obviously go back on back foot and cover up and what have you, I think that'll stylistically make me box better.
Mm-hmm.
More opportunity, more openings, isn't there? So yeah, definitely, I think that'll be a lot better for me.
And how's Sean O'Hagan, your coach? Is he liking how you're performing in the gym?
Yeah, he's always never got.
Because he does rave over you, you know.
Yeah, that's all right then, isn't it? But no, it's just like it is. He's never been worried at all. He just says, "I'll put you in there with anyone. I'm not bothered, mate. For you, just do your thing." That's how it is.
So what would you hope for? You come through this with flying colours on the 8th, another couple of 6 rounders, and then maybe before the end of the year you'd like to look at a little title, whether it's a central area, something like that, or even just a 50-50 fight with another prospect at your weight.
Yeah, that'd be alright, yeah. A couple more 6 rounders after this, get them under my belt, decent performance, look good, and yeah, hopefully fight for a belt, yeah. 'Cause I'm not getting any younger now, I'm 28, aren't I? So if you're
Yeah,
gonna
but
do it,
the problem is, you are. Have you got a picture of Dorian Gray upstairs? You don't look like any older.
No.
And when I filmed you about 4 or 5 years ago in the championships, you look like a baby then, and you still look like a baby now.
and
mate,
I haven't
so.
changed since I was bloody 18, 19-year-old. So looks at now. It's not a bad thing, like, but age-wise, I ain't getting any younger, am I? No one gets younger, does they? So.
But fights age you more than anything, and you've not really had any hard fights yet. But hopefully they will come. If it's not by the end of this year, hopefully early in 2024, and perhaps that's when we get a chance to see the best of you.
Yeah, when you get proper testing, and you get someone put in front of you that's going to make you work, and it brings out the best in people, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The better opponent you put in front of someone, if you're going to be any good in boxing, you rise to that occasion, don't you? We've seen many people do it, haven't we?
Obviously, being in the environment that you're in, you know, surrounded by, you know, I know Josh is a former world champion, but a former 2 times world champion. Maxi Hughes, a current world champion. The young talented fighters that are in there along with yourselves, you know, Will Harrison, Levi Smith.
Reece just won that.
Reece Wold just won the English title in the
WBA Summit International, something like that.
Yeah, in a fine performance. That was in February, wasn't it?
Yeah, good fight.
Hopefully he's had a run of terrible luck prior to that, you know, pull-outs and fights not happening. But now that hopefully he's put that to bed, and he hopefully getting a good role. And like I say, you could be in a stable that could be one of the best stables in the country. Yeah,
well, I'm just improving every time you get in that gym. You're just learning off the better fighters, like the experienced world champion. You're training at the side of them, you're sparring them. They're gonna push you to that next level, aren't they? And if you're gonna be any good, you've got to rise to that occasion.
It must give you confidence, because they all talk highly of you, don't they? You know, and there's no reason for them to blow smoke up you if that's not the case. And also, I don't think that gym's too small to have people in it that are not worthy of being there.
Yeah.
So, you know, now you've been there, what, close to 18 months? 2 years?
Yeah, nearly. Well, it won't be 2 years, but it'll be, like you say, 18 months, something like that, yeah.
And for you to be there that long says something, doesn't it? I'm sure that's ticking a few boxes, because Sean's not going to waste his time on someone that he doesn't feel that can go somewhere.
Exactly, what's the point? Gym's basically got enough people in it as it is now. It's full and it's only a small gym, so...
You've got a young girl who's joined you as well.
Yeah, so it's not getting any bigger gym, is it? And the more people you get in there, the less time you're going to get to spend with the fighters, aren't you? So it's, if you were no good, I'd say to Sean, I'd say I'm one of them people, if I were no good, I'd tell me I'm no good. And
well, where would you hope to be? You know, say if everything goes perfect over the next 18 months, because it's not gone perfect up until then, because, you know, pull-outs and this and that, but if say the next 18 months did go perfect, where would you like to be? Would you like to be where Reece is, you know, and be at English level?
Yeah, definitely. Well, 18 months, yeah. If I can't get to English level, then it's a waste of time, innit? But obviously, I've got the confidence and belief that I'm going to do that, and hopefully one day in the future win a British title. That's what I want to do. If you're any good, you win a British title, and then if you win that, then you go on to better. But I ain't going to say I'm going to go on to better than that now. I'm not deluded, am I? You go win a British title and then see where you're at, don't you?
Well,
if you can win a British title, that is.
You're in a camp full of people that have got belief for the right reasons. I remember speaking to Josh when his career was beginning to take off, and originally his main goal was to be the British champion.
Yep.
And then he achieved that. I know he'd won the English and he'd won the Commonwealth, and he won the British. But he said, well, what do? Do I pack in? Because I've achieved what I wanted to achieve, or do I continue and see how much further I can go? I presume that's hopefully will be the situation with yourself.
Yeah, like he went on and won these 2-time world champion now, isn't he? Soon to be free, hopefully, if he can get the fight, that is. But that's what Sean was telling me.
And Maxi must be a great inspiration for anyone, because you know, he got to, you know, British level on a few occasions, never quite achieved it. And then, you know, during lockdown, where it was everyone's nightmare for most boxers, it was the time that he got to shine.
Yeah, well,
And not stop shining.
Maxi were done, wasn't he?
He was.
He were finished until he met Sean, and Sean said, "They'll come down to the gym, see what you just do a bit of training. Don't have to box, just do a bit of training with lads, whatever." He fell back in love with sport, didn't he? And look where he's gone from there. Just totally catapulted himself to the top, hasn't he?
Yeah,
he's
well,
looking at these big world title fights now, and he's in the mix with the unified world champions of that weight. So,
and when you consider you're a sparring partner with these guys, it must bring you. How far do you think you've come on from when you first turned over to where you are now? Are you unrecognisable from the fight that you were?
2 to 3 times a better fighter. Definitely. A lot better. My guard, my style, my feet, just a lot better fighter from where I was from the amateur days to now. I'm a lot more professional, like stylistic fighter now than I was before. And that's just from being in that gym, sparring, getting rounds in training, watching as well, learning. It's all about that, isn't it? I watch and study. You study what other people do, don't you? And it's made me a lot better fighter for it.
How have you evolved? Because how would you describe yourself before you joined that gym? What would you say your style? Because I quite liked you. You know, you've got good feet, but you were always quite aggressive. You always went looking for your opponent.
Yeah.
Do you think you're still very similar to that, just better at it?
Well, now I believe I can do both. I can come forward, get on back foot. My feet are a lot better. My guard's a lot better, a lot tighter. Because you can't be leaving your left hand down and moving off and moving straight back straight lines when you're a professional. Because there's them little 8-ounce gloves. You might not get a second chance with them. And if you don't get a second chance, I'm at that point in my career now where I've got a second chance. I believe it's now or never me. Keep going and then see how far I can go.
Because I believe you look at yourself and you look at Reece Mould, and probably both a bit similar in that mould, because Reece was a very come forward fighter, very aggressive, but then you actually watched the fight where he won the English title in the WBA Continental, I can't remember what it was, but he actually won that fight because of his boxing skills and going back on the back foot and making the other kid miss.
Well, that's what Sean says to Reece in gym. He says Reece likes to fight, and he likes
very
to
good
fight.
at it.
He's good at fighting, he is, but he can box, and that's something you don't really see from him. And in that fight,
he showed everything, didn't he?
He showed he can do it.
Because the first 4 rounds were an absolute war, wasn't they?
Well, I don't think you could do that for 10 rounds, could you? They'd have been struggling, wouldn't they? Because it were a good fight. It were bloody. You weren't taking your eyes off it, were you?
No.
To start with, and then I think he thought, do I want to do this for 10 rounds and then he had a little thought, I'll have a round off, box and that, and he thought, well, this is easier than standing there and fighting him. I may as well just box his head off, and he did. Boxed his head off. We couldn't hit him, other kid really could he? We were in and out, and he boxed very well.
Yeah, no, I was really impressed with him. Like I say, he showed everything that he normally does really well, and a few other things that I didn't know he could do, which is nice. So what we're going to see from you, we're going to see a few different things?
Yeah, definitely. Sit down on my punches. Sit down on my punches.
And you're looking forward to the extra 2 rounds now?
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's what you need to do, innit? I think you've got to have a 6, haven't you, before you can go any further anyway. You can't.
Yeah, but I mean, they would have scared me in my day. I didn't like doing 3 threes, but to do 6 threes would have absolutely terrified me. But you know, that's only the start of where you want to go. Do you feel that when you get to 8 and 10, we'll see an even better you? Are you better over the
I think
distance?
I'll be better over the distance, definitely. But I'm not scared of no 6 rounds because I've done it in gym with world champions in front of me. I know that's in gym, that's sparring, fighting's fighting. But I'm not bothered about 6 rounds, no, because I've done it all in gym and I'm fit. And you train for what you fight for, don't you? So
yes.
If it's 6, 8, 10, 12, you're going to train for that sort
So
of.
I presume you've been doing 8s for this fight, so you got 2 in the bag?
6 and 8, and pads and whatever, that sort of stuff, Yeah,
right, well listen, I'm looking forward to April the 8th, purely because, not just because you're on it, but we have got a packed card and we've got 5 debutants, and that always makes for a great atmosphere. I think the place is going to be bouncing.
Yeah, it will.
Never been to lightweights before in Wakefield, so I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to filming it and chatting to you afterwards.
Yeah,
and hopefully saying win number 5.
100% win number 5, yeah. That's what we're hoping for and that's what we're going for. And that's what it's going to be.
Josh, you take care. I'll see you on the 8th.
Thank you very much.
Bye, mate.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.